Opera SM here with another To Infinity and Beyond episode. Today we're going to look at a combo presented by Anil Kanda in the From the Ashes Slack around Alela Artful Provocateur. This flying lifelink death touch legendary fairy warlock is pretty awesome. It makes all your other flyers bigger, and whenever an artifact or enchantment support enters the battlefield under your control or gains a shield, you create a fairy token, which is a 1/1 blue flying creature. Simic Ascendancy is an enchantment support. It has some activated gems which can make your creature bigger, but relevant for this combo is whenever you buff a creature you control, reinforce this support, which would add shields to it, triggering Alela to make a fairy. And then if you have a lot of reinforcements on it, it makes your creatures a lot bigger. Valor and Akros says in another enchantment support, when a creature you control enters the battlefield, all creatures you control get +1/+1. So this provides buffs when creatures enter the battlefield, which will reinforce Simic Ascendancy, putting shields on it, which will create a fairy token. And a token coming into play will buff our creatures and start the cycle anew. Well, so we've got ways to make infinite fairies through buffing and shield reinforcements. So how do we want to exploit that? Well, we're going to use my BFF Bolrac-Clan Crusher. I have an unhealthy obsession with this guy. It's whenever a creature you control gets buffed, deal 2 damage to your opponent's planeswalker. So Bolrac Pain Triggerer will crush our opponent under an avalanche of damage triggers. So with those 4 cards to make an infinite damage combo, we just need pieces to find it. We have Idyllic Tutor, a spell that will pick one of the first 4 different auras or enchantment cards from your library, and then it gains half mana, so this will find both Valor and Akros and Simic Ascendancy. Finale of Revelation, in order to draw a bunch of cards with half mana to help find our combo pieces. Nylea Keen-Eyed, which I include in almost all my combo decks with creatures of 2 or more. This is also an enchantment support to gods, so this can also be fetched up with Idyllic Tutor. It can make your creatures bigger with the devotion, but we have it in here for the end of turn. Fetch the first creature card from your library, then each creature in your hand gains 2 mana, so every turn it'll fetch a card and give mana to our creatures. Chord of Calling as a fetch spell that can cast the creature, and Finale of Devastation as well. This one can also buff a creature, so this could give us a token off of Alela. And then I've put Icon of Ancestry in here as the last card. This artifact support is bugged, I think, so actually you don't need 3 or more creatures that share a type in your deck. Your creatures will always get +2/+2. So this is a way, if you don't have Valor or Akros yet, to just get some fairy token value. And then it does have the activate 3 to fetch 3 creature cards from your library, which I just included as a last little fetch card. So let's go ahead and run this deck through Training Grounds. I'm using Karn because his first loyalty ability is great to look at the top 4 cards and fetch one, so you can combo off a lot quicker by finding your pieces. Looks like we're playing against an Oko deck, so I haven't played against a lot of Oko decks yet, but I think he makes food and does some weird things with swapping creatures and other stuff like that, so let's see how this works. Again, thanks Phil for showing us this deck. We are making it work now. I think you originally presented it with Alela Simic Ascendancy and Grumgully, which looked like it could work, but I think Zach and some other folks, Sunbro, some other folks realized that when we looked at the game logs that it was Grumgully, which was the culprit. It seemed to not be pumping creatures tokens up after the for any reinforcements. So Valor and Akros actually works really well, and then it leaves room for a 3rd creature, which for Bolrac-Clan Crusher, which is awesome. So let's see. He has mana gains of what? Blue, green, and black, and then red, and then white is less good for him. So we'll keep that in mind. He can make some food tokens, exile opposing creature, and artifact support. Okay, so his ability to exile opposing creatures and artifacts supports is a little obnoxious, so that means we might not want to actually get our creatures on the board early until we're ready to go off so we can't disrupt the combo. So that's good to keep in mind. We could get a black match and a loyalty match, which is pretty decent. We could get a blue match and a loyalty match as well. That might be even better, and that could even give us a white match maybe later. Let's see, we have a green match into a black match, which is pretty solid. That could also give us a white match. I think I like that one, so we'll just take that now without taking too much more time. All right, got a match 5 with our loyalties. That's great. Yeah, I'm trying to think if it makes sense to get this Icon of Ancestry on the board right now, because we could just use it to fetch creatures to thin stuff out, but hopefully we'll find some other combo pieces. I just want to get Bolrac and Finale of Devastation ready and up at the moment now. So let's go ahead and make sure there's nothing better than this match 5 offhand. I don't see it, so we'll just go ahead and take that, and that's great because that gave us a lot of extra mana too. So now we're going to use the first loyalty ability to find hopefully one of our other pieces. Unfortunately, we did not, but we have a Finale of Revelation, which is great, so we can use that to dig for our other pieces, which is awesome. I think we'll keep both these guys because these are parts of our combo. And then let's see, we got a pump to our blue. So let's see, we can get black and red, which is okay. We can get green and white, which is better because those are, well, it's about a wash actually for what our opponent's going to get. Actually, they're going to get, yeah, it's about a wash. Let's see, I'm trying to see if something will make anything better for one of these other options for one way or another for us. So I think the green and white, because we could also get a chance at loyalty as well, though the black and the red could give us a chance at the white as well. So whatever, we'll just take the black and the red for now, I think. I don't know. I think the other one might have been slightly better, but that's okay. All right. Nylea Keen-Eyed is fine, but we're just going to get rid of it because we want to find our combo pieces. Let's go ahead and use this loyalty ability. Great, so we have our Simic Ascendancy now. So we're going to take that. That will also buff our blue and green, which is nice. So blue is a very desirable color. We're just going to start charging that up now, and then if we need to later, then we can Finale of Revelation to try to find the last couple pieces. Let's see here. We've got a green match, which is one of our advantaged colors, which is probably pretty good. What else? We've got a red match we can take, a loyalty match. I think we'll just probably take the green match to start now. That could also give us a loyalty. I'm not spending too long on these matches, so not boring you to death. Great, and then we have Idyllic Tutor, and that will find our last piece. So wonderful. So we don't necessarily need this Simic Ascendancy yet. I'll just leave it in hand as padding for now, just in case. Something happens where it makes us discard. So let's see. Here we can take a white match and get rid of their golden egg, which would gain our opponent some life, which I don't think we care. So the green match is probably better at that point just because we get more loyalty off of it. So yeah, what else? We can also just take a red match and a loyalty match, which is not the worst because then we can get some extra mana gains. I'm going to go for the long-term play. I think that might be a little better, even though it gave us slightly less mana. It did give our opponent a green match, though, which was maybe not the smartest thing, but that's okay. All right. So let's see. Let's activate this. Hopefully find a multicolor card. Alela is fantastic for that because she's 3 colors, so it buffs all of our white, blue, and black. So blue is our mega color now, which is awesome. And then at this point, I'm wondering if Finale of Devastation is still going to be cheaper to get Alela out because it's only 10 mana left remaining. So that's good to know. Let's see. So we've got a white match that we could take. That could maybe give us another red match afterwards. And then that way we don't have to kill our opponent's egg. I think we want to keep that on the board to not give them advantage. So let's just go ahead and do that for now. We'll go ahead and find our Valor and Akros because that was the last piece of the combo that we needed. All right. So let's see. Let's go ahead and get rid of that Bolrac-Clan Crusher. Go ahead and use this ability again to see if we can get more mana gains. Let's see, our blue is already maxed out, so because we can only get a max of +7, so we're going to take a Chord of Calling instead of Simic Ascendancy here. So that buffed our white and our green, so our mana gains are wonderful now. In pretty short order, we should be able to combo off here. So let's see, black's still okay for matches. Red is our weakest color, so it's better to take the black over the red, I think. So we can go ahead and do that. Opponent made some food, it looks like. That's okay. That's nice too, because it clears out their loyalty. So we don't have to worry too much about having stuff on the board. So let's see, we have another black match that we could take, and that could maybe give us a green match as well. And the black could also give us loyalty, so that's pretty solid. So I think we're going to do that. And of note that we need to know here is that you need to get Bolrac-Clan Crusher out before you assemble all the rest of the combo, because when I was testing this, it appeared that it will create infinite fairies off of the triggers, but that won't actually, if you still have spells in your hand going, it won't actually trigger the loop prevention system because it's happening. It seemed to keep going. I got over 1,000. I think I got over 1,200 shields up. So you'll see this creates a bunch of fireworks. It's pretty dang cool. I don't think it's been since Mabu Machine Gun that we've got something that's been this awesome in terms of the crazy fireworks it sets off when you're ready to go. All right, clear some stuff out of our hand again to get some more loyalty gains. I think Artful Provocateur is going to be the best here because it will pump white and black. Yep, so white's maxed out now. So let's see, I think we may get enough mana to go off here because we're going to get a red match and a white match, which should be enough. So, all right. All right, everybody. Hold on to your anal condas. Here we go. We're about to combo off here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and find our Alela Artful Provocateur. It comes in, our guys get buffed, so we're dealing a little damage to our opponent. Now we have our Simic our Ascendancy up, and now we have Valor of Akros to pump our creatures. And look at all this. Look at all these animations, all these triggers. Too many triggers, too many triggers. Oh, look at this machine gun. This is so glorious. Look at this, just Gatling gunning our opponent down. This is so awesome. Yes, look at all this. That is awesome. And our animations will continue. The angry eye of Sauron in the upper right corner as we are doing this. But look at this. Victory. Victory is ours. The game doesn't know what is happening. Victory. Victory. And then you'll get these something went wrongs after this because it keeping trying to resolve all these triggers. And as you will see, it's still trying to resolve all these triggers. It's taking us back to our victory screen. This is just so silly what Bolrac-Clan Crusher does. So I normally click retry quite a few times, and then it doesn't really do much. So then at this point, what you can do is just keep clicking cancel until hopefully the game takes you out of this. If it doesn't, you can force quit the app, and it will give you enough. It will give you your rewards, but let's keep clicking cancel a bit. It usually eventually takes you back. Yes, so now it's going to take us back to training grounds, and then we will see that we have won the match, just showing you guys. But yeah, so it's silly, but after you end up hitting your opponent with everything, you get all those weird crazy animations that keep trying to resolve that have been stacked up. So this again is an Alela machine gun combo. Thanks again to Anal Conda, Phil, and From the Ashes for presenting this idea. I'm really glad we were able to try a different buffing trigger source since Grumgully didn't work, and I'm super awesome to see your idea in play. And this is a fantastic machine gun. Again, a reminder that if you are going to go off with this, make sure that you have Bolrac in play first, because I think if you don't, it will start to create infinite fairies and maybe not give you a loop control prompt ever, and you could just pull infinite fairies out. So take care, everyone. More videos coming soon.